Hey Divine Feminines, welcome to my channel. It's me, Gorgeous Gold. I just want to start by saying thank you so much to anybody that has supported me in any way possible. I'm very grateful for you and I appreciate you so much. So thank you. If you're new and this message resonates with you, please hit that subscribe button. Also guys, if you could please like these videos, drop some comments below, whatever you want to do. I'm really trying to reach as many people in the collective as possible, so I'd appreciate if you guys help me out. Thank you. All right, Divine Feminine, I'm gonna ask the universe to place a bubble around us. Fill that bubble with bright white lights, 3 golden rings and violet flames. May it shine so bright that nothing negative may ever be attached. Also guys, if you have sons or daughters or any kids, or if you yourself like Fortnite, my husband just started streaming on YouTube. His name is Skrilla. I will drop his information down below in the description box. So check him out, subscribe, pass it on, please. Thank you. Alright, let's see what cards come out for us this week. Ooh, 5 of Swords is starting our week off. A lot of decisions to be made. Walking away from something heavy. 5 of Cups and the 8 of Cups are falling out. What's going on? The Emperor. Can I have one more card for the Divine Femme? Whoa. I got the Father of Wands, the Son of Cups, the Empress, and the Magician card falling out as our outcome. So let's see if we could just get one of those. Alright, I gotta take all of them. At least the Emperor or the Empress, the Magician, and the Son of Cups. So we have the Emperor and the Empress here. Wow. Alright. The 5 of Swords is starting our week off. So I just feel like there's a lot of decisions that have to be made. And they're in regards to relationships that are surrounding you. I feel there's some issues with your family going on, or maybe a significant other, your children. There's just an energy of separation, like there's a divide. And it could just be yourself, like you're mentally blocking yourself and not able to get into the flow of things, not able to gain clarity on your situation. So you're kind of all over the place, which is causing you to go into this 5 of Cups energy. But I'm not even feeling the 5 of Cups as a sad thing. I just feel like you're having to walk away from something at this moment. And whatever it is that you're walking away from, it ultimately hasn't been bringing you fulfillment for a while now. So like I said, this could be a number of things. I'm just feeling it has to do with relationships, and relationships does not necessarily mean romantic things. You know, you have a relationship with friends, with families, you have a lot of different relationships. But there's definitely something that hasn't been bringing much fulfillment or happiness. It's just kind of been a negative source in your life. And I see that you've made decisions. Like this week, you've been split. I kind of feel like you were going back and forth this past week. But this week, you ultimately make the decision that it's just no longer fulfilling you and it's time for you to move forward. With the Emperor energy driving you to your outcome of the week, this is just an energy of stability, you knowing what it is that you want. And I also feel like whenever you decide to release this force that has been surrounding you and kind of blocking your energy, making you go back and forth, do I do this, do I do that, I just don't know if it's like you've been battling yourself. But with the Emperor energy coming out, the battle is over. And when you release that energy from your field, it allows what does serve you and what resonates with you and what is needing to be in your field to make its appearance. And then it puts you in this Empress energy of fertility and creation and manifestation. So it first takes you to utilize that divine masculine energy, because that's what I feel. I'm not necessarily picking up on there's counterparts here. I'm feeling like this is you by the end of the week finding your own balance with your masculine and feminine energies. So you're utilizing your masculine energy to set some boundaries and to actually cut the sources of chaos and negativity out of your life. Cut the things that haven't been feeling in alignment with you, because Divine Feminine, you've been on a path of healing. We all have. And so every once in a while, it's easy to fall back into the traps of ego and allowing things outside of ourselves to control where we're headed and what we're doing. So this is about you being the driving force in your own decisions, and you utilizing both parts of yourself, both your masculine and feminine energy, to create the life that you want. And the Empress coming out with the Magician and the Son of Cups lets you know you're manifesting the things that are in alignment with your heart and that are in alignment with your truth. This is about you not allowing, like I said, the outside world, relationships, connections to be your source of happiness or to be your ultimate driving force. Do not get me wrong, this isn't to say that we don't need relationships, because relationships are very significant in our lives. We all need relationships. Everyone needs somebody. But this is just about you maintaining control of your own emotions, because you can never control another person. You can only control yourself. And that's a hard lesson to learn, especially for us Divine Feminine, because as you're on the spiritual journey, you want to take care of everyone else. You want to control them so that they can join you on the journey. But the truth of the matter is, not everyone is meant to go with you, and it's also not your journey or your place to step in and handle someone else's journey for them. I know I've been guilty of that for sure. Clarity on the Five of Swords. Wow, the World card. Cycles completing. That's crazy. Five of Cups. Clarity for the Five of Cups. That is a lot of cards, but I guess I'm going to take them all. We have the Ten of Wands, the Six of Cups, and the Nine of Pentacles. Clarity on the Eight of Cups. Eight of Pentacles. Clarity on the Emperor. The Five of Wands. You have 3 5s in this reading. 2 8s. All these numbers popping up. Queen of Wands, of course, is clarifying the Empress. And driving our entire energy, or the entire energy, is the Chariot. So, clarifying the Five of Swords is the World card. This week, you're finally ready to pull yourself out of that confusion, pull yourself out of the constant going back and forth, knowing that whatever you were intuitively guided to do to close out this cycle and to complete this scenario in a way that is healthy for everyone involved, you've realized what you've had to do and what is important for you to do. So with the World card coming out, this is literally just saying that you have gained everything from this specific situation that you've needed, and now it is time for you to walk away. And for some of you guys, I feel like this could literally just be a mindset. It's like you battling yourself, and it's nothing outside of you, but it's affecting things outside of you. And for others of you, like I said, these are specific relationships, regardless of if they're family or if they're friends or if it's a significant other or boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever this is. It's literally just saying that you're done being in that split space of not knowing and of going back and forth. Is this the right thing to do? Is that the right thing to do? And I also feel like you're closing out a cycle of guilt, closing out a cycle of just toxicity, toxic thinking, negative thoughts, fighting yourself, battling others, just constantly feeling the need to be on the defense. And 3 5s came out. So that's just confirmation that there is a change in your presence at this moment, Divine Feminine. You've been evolving, you've been healing, you've been doing all of this work, and it wasn't for nothing. It was for everything. And because of that, that's why that energy of battling yourself is coming up, because you're on the verge of a major cycle closing out. So it's like the devil's trying to hold on to that last bit of energy, like, oh no, go back to those toxic thinking, or go back to those toxic thoughts, go back to the toxic situations. But it's important for you to pull yourself out of that. Clarifying the Five of Cups is the Ten of Wands, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Six of Cups. So you're revisiting a lot of baggage and burdens that you've been holding on in past connections, because the truth of it is, all of us have situations and relationships and connections and things in our life that just ultimately do not work out in the way that we wanted them to. But the problem happens when we carry those wounds and that baggage into the next set of connections that we have. So if you had a lot of toxic friends, it's easy for you to carry the toxic mindsets into your new friendships. But I just told one of my clients this: you cannot go into a brand new white house, like white carpets, white furniture, with mud all over your clothes and all over your shoes, because you're going to get it dirty. Like, why go into pure new opportunities with the baggage and the heaviness and the dirt and the mud of our last cycle? So this is time for us. It's time for us to revisit it, realize the lessons that came from those situations, and realize that it's time for us to take the wands that we gained and walk away. Close the door, close the chapter, and know that by you doing that and being brave enough to walk away from what is familiar to you and walk away from what you've always known or what has always served you, you're rewarded with the Nine of Pentacles, which is a life that is created upon what actually does serve you and what is in alignment with the person that you've become. Because our lives may have served us for where we were at in the past, but at this exact moment, as it stands, those old mindsets, the old relationships, the old situations, they don't serve you any longer. It's not helping you, and it's ultimately hurting you and causing you more pushback than it is rewarding you. But now you're this week just ready to let it go. You've already been doing the healing work, and I see you just taking the fruits of your labor with you and going, handling it. Eight of Cups is clarified by the Eight of Pentacles. So it's like I said, as soon as you release what hasn't felt good to you, what has kept you feeling sad, what has kept you feeling down and out about yourself, or depleted about your family, or depleted about whatever this is, it's kind of like as soon as you start thinking of it, it makes you feel less than, it makes you feel depressed. So these could be the things that your family told you, mindsets and shifts and things that you've had from them where they said you weren't good enough, or you just believing that. Ultimately, anything that just has kept you feeling this Eight of Cups, look at all those cups, they're broken. It's done. It's time for us to now start building on what makes us feel good and moving away from what no longer resonates with us. When those cups are broken, you can't use that. You're going to cut yourself. Like, it's time. And the Eight of Pentacles is focused on what it is that you're just really focused on what it is that you're building. You have tunnel vision, and you're not going to give up until you get where you're going, because you've gone through the most and you've worked so hard to get to this point. So I just see that this week you're like, is me holding on to this toxic trait or this toxic relationship or whatever this is worth me missing out on an entirely new beginning that is waiting for me? Because all of your cards are leaning towards a new beginning. The only part of you that is stuck is that Five of Cups and that Eight of Cups. And that's why you were going back and forth. But ultimately, by the end of the week, I see you saying that what I make it to from this point is much better than me trying to hold on to past experiences or past situations that just ultimately I've outgrown. And that's hard. It really is. I feel the energy of even the Eight of Pentacles is just like, I don't know. You're going to keep working, but you don't know. You've still got that fear aspect, but I see you just working through it, not doubting yourself anymore. The Emperor is clarified by the Five of Wands. So I just see that you're ready to go to war for whatever it is that you're fighting for. You found out what was worth it to you, and for that reason, you're going to stand firm on whatever you've decided to move towards. So if this is a new career, a new relationship, new mindsets, new friendships, whatever this is for you that is new, that brings you emotional fulfillment, and what you know is going to bring you emotional fulfillment, you're ready to fight for that. You're not going to allow negative thoughts or outside influences whatsoever to step in and block you from what you're moving towards. That's where that Emperor energy comes in. You're not afraid to fight for what you want. Not saying that you're going to physically have to go outside and box, because that's not what I'm seeing. But I just mean mentally you're ready to battle your own demons and the demons of anyone else that tries to bring something upon you. You're fighting your light. And you know that light always conquers darkness. Darkness may feel like it's winning every once in a while, but light always breaks through. And so I just feel like this week you finally found out and remembered what it is that you're working towards and what it is that you're ultimately wanting to accomplish. And it's not anything that doesn't bring you emotional fulfillment, that's for sure. You're not gonna do that anymore. Queen of Wands is clarifying the Empress, which of course she is. The Queen of Wands is the spiritual goddess. The Queen of Wands is literally a magician, the Hierophant. Like, she uses all of the spiritual materials that she has and all of the spiritual lessons to grow and move forward. And then we have the Black Cat, which we already know is just a mystical animal that's been misinterpreted as misfortune, when in all honesty, it's just the bringer of mystery. So literally, we have that Black Cat sitting there. We have the Queen of Wands, just the energy of following your spiritual truths and knowing who you are, ultimately fulfilling yourself before trying to fulfill others, realizing that this is now and it's your time. It is your time to shine. I'm going to pull an Isis Oracle card for us, and that will be our message this week. I will have the other videos uploaded tomorrow, guys. I took a kind of like a vacation weekend. I needed it, a little space. But I'm back. Okay, can I have an Isis Oracle for my Divine Feminine? Of course, the High Priestess. I love this. High Priestess, mysteries revealed in the eye of Isis. Beloved Isis gazes upon you now, and behind her vast eyes, mysteries are unveiled. A new clarity around your direction is unfolding. Be willing to wait for the full reveal, but also recognize what is happening at this time. You will be gaining valuable insight into where you are being led and for what purpose. It is an exciting moment in your unfoldment. Have reverence and an open heart and mind, and wait patiently for the grand revelation that is on its way. Currently, you are being offered assistance in unveiling your divine destiny. You will be shown your purpose in a broader and more meaningful way than ever before. You can expect to have many aha moments where your life experiences and journeys suddenly make much sense, or sense from a much bigger perspective, helping you understand how everything you have gone through has brought you to where you are today, which in turn helps you trust even more where you are being led. You are guided to trust in the reveal, whether it seems preposterously magnificent and you have no idea how it could possibly all happen, or whether it seems not nearly grand enough as yet. In time, with your patience and willingness to trust in the unfoldment of your life, you will realize the inherent beauty, perfection, and sublime loveliness of your life unfolding, and that your purpose and destiny are truly exquisite. You will feel even more joy and peace and trust within you, growing into the serenity of the High Priestess who accepts all with a wisdom born of great insight rather than being passive. She is actively surrendered in absolute trust in higher wisdom. The High Priestess, Lady Isis, and your own divine soul are calling you to trust in the unfoldment of a mystery into revelation right now. Pay attention to sacred signs, dreams, and intuitions right now, as they are accurate and more prophetic than usual. Provided the guidance in these spiritual insights is guiding you deeper into love, which you will recognize as a feeling of deep trust, safety, and knowing, even in the most unfamiliar circumstances, then you can trust them completely. This oracle is also indication that if something completely unfathomable, bizarre, or strange is happening right now, provided you feel love in your heart, trust it. It's the hand of the divine guiding you, and you just don't know enough of what is happening in the bigger picture yet to make sense of the situation, but you will in time, and possibly much sooner than you realize. Oh my goodness, that's so powerful. Such a powerful way to end our message to Divine Feminines. I love it, love it, love it. All right, guys, that has been our message for the day, or for the week. Know that I'm sending you guys out so much love, so many positive vibes. Just thank you for being here. Good night. Namaste.